If you're watching this video, you're probably just like me about a year ago. I remember a year ago I would sit down on my computer and I would have like a pile of like actual work I need to get done, right, for like these summer exams or whatever. I would sit down and like scroll through YouTube shorts or like these famous YouTubers, and they would always talk about something called the Pomodoro technique. You know, these people like Ali Abdaal, right? Then they would present these like amazing formulas where I'm sure you've seen a graph where like your focus dips down, then you take a break, then it goes up again, then it goes up again. Like, for those who don't know the Pomodoro technique, the concept is that you work for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute rest to reset your focus, then you work for 25, then 5, 25, and 5. And it didn't work. It didn't work for me. I remember I used to sit down, right? I would do my work, first 25 minutes, absolutely amazing, right? I would get in the flow state, I would just like bang out my work. Then it comes to the break. And I remember how you're supposed to take a 5-minute break. You're supposed to like relax your body, you know, do this kind of meditation. You're supposed to like engage your mind to these like beautiful things. I would just like go on Instagram and scroll like Insta Reels for like 30 minutes in a row. Like, I don't know whether you can relate, but I'm sure you can, right? You would just like take this 5-minute break. You say, oh, it's 5 minutes. Then you end up like 30 minutes on TikTok or whatever. And yeah, like genuinely the worst thing about the technique is that like once I get back to this 25 minutes of work, like after my 30-minute break, I would just go back to my 25-minute work, right? And I literally cannot sit down, like I cannot focus. It would be like the hardest drag of my life. Oh, then like the worst thing is that it sets you this time period, right? Like 25 minutes. So you actually like your brain thinks you're doing like good work, but you're not. Like, you know that you're not. You know you're doing sluggish work. You're flipping through a textbook and you're just reading it and you're just not getting anything. It's just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Just wasting my time. So what I want to talk about today is like the only way, in my opinion, to actually implement the Pomodoro technique. It's a very good concept. It's probably scientifically proven. It's probably like, oh my God, like people with amazing self-discipline can actually do it. We probably can't. I'm gonna be honest, like I have good self-discipline, but I can't, like I genuinely can't like bang out 25, then 5, 25, and 5. Then what do I do? The main thing, I think, relies on how you take breaks. And as much as the concept of Pomodoro technique is good, it prevents you from getting like this kind of deep work, this kind of flow state work done, right? You're trying to bang out work, right? You get to 25 minutes and you're actually like really into like the math problem or whatever you're doing. Then you want to kind of finish, then you got this 5-minute break, and bang, you got this break. Oh, then you start off for 25 minutes again. Oh, you get into like flow state, then you're like, oh, bang, there's a break. It doesn't work like that, right? Like, honestly, that's not applicable. Like, if you're having these bang out breaks every 25 minutes, how can you actually get into a state where you're genuinely working, you're genuinely saying, all right, I'm doing actual deep work, right? And what we really care about is applicability. We don't really give a shit about like science, right? In this world, right? If science doesn't relate to results, surely we should just go this other way. And if you tell your brain that, right, I'm gonna do 25 minutes of work, your brain associate work with 25 minutes. So it only does like 25 minutes of work, then it kind of shuts off. That's not what we want, right? We want our brain to keep carrying on. If we have this flow state, we want it to keep going. So what I really suggest right now, like my way of doing this, is that I would sit down, right? I'll do this like whatever math pass paper that you need to do as well. And you're probably putting it off because you're procrastinating. But I would sit down, I'll do the math pass paper, right? If I go through like 25 minutes, then I'm actually like really into the past paper. I'm really thinking, all right, this is one I'm gonna do well. This is one I'm really concentrating on. I'm really getting this like inspired feeling, right? I'm getting through every single question, right? I would keep going. Like, I would just ignore the fact that I've done 25 minutes. Because I know that realistically, out of this 25 minutes, maybe only half the time I'm actually like in the flow state. Half the time I'm actually doing like deep work, right? I'll keep on going, normally for like an hour and 30. When your mind like snaps off, right? It tells you, right, I need a break. I've been doing this for way too long. Then that's when I take a break. That's when I actually like, after an hour, you know, like I'm genuinely mentally focused, inspired into the work. I'd say, right, that's okay. we're gonna take a longer break. I don't just take like 5 minutes. You actually can't. It's an insatiable. You know, there's this desire to actually take breaks. I'll probably just take like an hour break or whatever. I'll just go off, read some books, do some exercise, like stuff like that. It's actually good compared to like, oh, just do some yoga nidra for 5 minutes. Right? Like driller, you can't do that. I'm gonna be honest. But like, what's the flip side? What if you say, I don't get into that flow state? What do I do? So the thing I do is that I go for like 15-20 minutes. I do this math past paper, same example, right? I'll do this math past paper. If I don't like get really into the flow of it, I'll just say, right, let's take a moment, let's take a break, right? We've got to reset our mind for something we genuinely want to do. Because if you don't get into that flow state, you're doing literally no work. You think you're getting work done, oh, I'm just sitting here for like 6 hours in a row, I'm just actually doing this math past paper. No, bro, you're not doing anything. You're not doing genuinely like productive work. You're not learning from your mistakes, right? And that's not what we want to do. We really want to like genuinely learn. We don't want to like trick our minds and think, oh, I got 6 hours of work done. You probably did like half an hour. You probably did half an hour of work done, let's be honest. So that is my take, right? But I got a bonus tip for anyone who is struggling with actually like going to the mental flow state and they really want like a designated time intervals, right? Designated time intervals to tell your mind, all right, you know, I'm actually doing work. To remind yourself, you know, like I want to track like the amount of work I do. Well, I got this really good application that I've been using for a little while. You get a free trial for this. You might need to pay like a bit of money to actually get it to this yearly subscription, but it's called Rescue Time. The thing that it does is it's really homely. It's not like these kind of alarm clocks where you just set off like, then you just get really irritated and stuff. Rescue Time is a thing where it really gives you like these kind of things where you write down your goal for the today's session, which I find like really useful. Like people don't normally like write down their goals. It's actually like you have a pure focus if you write down a goal. Then you got to select between like, am I going to do 5 minutes or like an hour of work or 25 minutes? You know, there's like things, and it genuinely helps you like prep yourself to become ready. Like I see a lot of people, they just work and they have these like, all these textbooks like this high on the desk. Like bro, how can you work? Like you're genuinely suffocating in the amount of work that you have. What I normally do is that I take my laptop, right? I'll take like a past paper, whatever I'll do it, get my pencil case, get a water bottle, that's it. Like focus, like entirely focus on what I'm doing currently. And that'll be very good, you know? And lastly, it tells you to prep your body. Like, get hydrated, bro. Eat. You know? So yeah, that's my take on the Pomodoro technique. Hopefully you liked this video. If it didn't work, just comment down below like why it didn't work, man. But it definitely worked for me. I hope it does relate to a lot of you guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much, as always. Bye bye.